The air crackled with the energy of 1,000 unspoken dreams. The city was alive, a living, breathing entity that held countless stories within its illuminated veins. Each light, each shadow whispered secrets of love, loss, and hope. Rain, a gentle mist, kissed the pavement, reflecting the city's vibrant glow. The droplets danced on the asphalt, creating a symphony of light and sound that mirrored the heartbeat of the city. It was as if the rain itself was a part of the city's soul, adding a layer of magic to the night. Amidst the bustling crowd, two souls on separate journeys were about to collide. The streets were filled with people, each lost in their own world, yet somehow connected by the invisible threads of fate. It was a night like any other, yet it held the promise of something extraordinary. Ava, lost in thought, navigated the crowded street, her mind awash with the anxieties of a life perpetually in motion. She moved with a purpose, yet her heart felt heavy, burdened by the weight of unfulfilled dreams and unanswered questions. The rain was a welcome distraction, a soothing balm for her restless spirit. Her eyes, a deep emerald green, held a hint of melancholy, a reflection of a heart yearning for something more. They were windows to her soul, revealing a depth of emotion that words could never capture. In those eyes, one could see the echoes of past sorrows and the flicker of hope for a brighter future. On the opposite side of the street, Ethan, his gaze fixed on the star-dusted sky, felt a strange pull, an inexplicable urge to look down. He was a dreamer, always searching for meaning in the vast expanse of the universe. Tonight, however, his thoughts were grounded, drawn to the earth by a force he couldn't explain. Their eyes met across the crowded avenue, a spark igniting in the space between them. It was a moment of pure serendipity, a chance encounter that felt like destiny. In that brief exchange, they both felt a connection that transcended the chaos around them. Time seemed to stop, the city's symphony fading into a muted hum, the world around them blurred, leaving only the clarity of their shared gaze. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, creating a bubble of stillness amidst the frenzy of the city. Ava's breath hitched, her heart pounding against her ribs like a captive bird. She felt a rush of emotions, a mix of fear and excitement, as if she were standing on the edge of a precipice, ready to leap into the unknown. Ethan, his own pulse quickening, felt an unfamiliar warmth spread through his chest. It was a sensation he couldn't quite place, a feeling of being drawn towards something or someone he had been searching for all his life. In that instant, the world around them ceased to exist. The noise, the lights, the people all faded into the background, leaving only the two of them in sharp focus. It was a moment suspended in time, a fleeting glimpse of eternity. There was only the two of them, connected by an invisible thread of destiny. It was a connection that defied logic, a bond that felt both ancient and new. In each other's eyes, they saw a reflection of their own souls, a promise of a journey yet to unfold. The crowd surged forward, threatening to break the spell that held them captive. Still, their eyes remained locked, a silent conversation passing between them. Ava, her heart pounding in her chest, felt a blush creep up her neck. Never before had she been so drawn to a stranger. Ethan, his feet rooted to the spot, couldn't tear his gaze away. Her eyes, filled with a mixture of vulnerability and strength, captivated him. He felt an overwhelming desire to know her, to unravel the mysteries hidden within their depths. For a moment, neither moved, their connection deepening with each passing second. Then, as if on cue, a break in the crowd appeared, a path clearing between them.
Hi, S1. Hi.
Ethan, compelled by an unknown force, took a step forward. The night was cool, the air filled with the distant hum of the city. He felt a strange pull, an invisible thread guiding him through the labyrinth of streets. Ava, her breath catching in her throat, mirrored his movement. She had felt it too, that inexplicable urge to move, to follow a path that seemed predestined. Her heart pounded in her chest, each beat echoing the steps she took. They met in the middle of the street, the city's symphony swelling around them. The noise of the traffic, the chatter of pedestrians, all seemed to fade into the background as they locked eyes. It was as if the world had paused, holding its breath for this moment. "Hi," Ethan breathed, his voice a low rumble that sent shivers down Ava's spine. His eyes, deep and searching, held a promise of something more, something beyond the ordinary. "Hi," Ava replied, her voice barely a whisper. Her words, though simple, carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken emotions. She felt a connection, a bond that was both new and ancient. Despite the cacophony of the city, their words were clear, their voices a soothing balm to their souls. It was as if they were in their own bubble, a sanctuary amidst the chaos. They spoke of dreams, of hopes, of fears, each word weaving a tapestry of shared understanding. They stood there for a moment, simply taking in each other's presence. The world around them continued to move, but for them, time seemed to stand still. They were lost in the moment, in the magic of their unexpected encounter. Ethan, drawn to her quiet elegance, noticed the way her hair curled slightly at her temples and the gentle curve of her lips. He marveled at the softness of her features, the way her eyes sparkled with a light that seemed to come from within. Ava, captivated by his intense gaze and the way his eyes crinkled at the corners when he smiled, felt a sense of peace she had never known. She saw in him a kindred spirit, someone who understood her in a way no one else ever had. In that moment, amidst the bustling city, they found a quiet corner of the universe where only they existed.
I should go, it's better this way.
Wait, can I at least get your name? Please, just your name.
A sudden gust of wind whipped through the street, breaking the fragile bubble they had created. The world seemed to intrude on their moment, reminding them of the reality they were in. Ava, shivering slightly, pulled her coat tighter around her. The cold seemed to seep into her bones, mirroring the chill she felt inside. "I should go," she murmured, a hint of regret in her voice. She knew she had to leave, but something held her back. Ethan, his heart sinking at the thought of her leaving, reached out a hand to stop her. He couldn't let her go, not without knowing more. "Wait," he pleaded, his fingers brushing lightly against her arm. The touch was gentle, almost hesitant, as if he feared she might disappear. "Can I at least get your name?" he repeated, his voice filled with hope and desperation. He needed something to hold on to, a connection, however small. Ava hesitated, her mind warring with her heart. She wanted to protect herself, to avoid the pain she had felt before. A part of her, the part that had been hurt before, urged her to walk away. It whispered that it was safer to leave, to avoid the risk, but another part, a part she hadn't known existed, yearned to stay. It told her that maybe, just maybe, this time could be different. She looked at Ethan, seeing the sincerity in his eyes, and felt a flicker of hope. Taking a deep breath, Ava made her decision. She would give him her name and with it a chance. "Ava," she said softly, her voice carrying a mix of vulnerability and strength. Ethan's face lit up with relief and gratitude. "Thank you, Ava," he said, his voice warm and genuine. "I'm Ethan." Ava smiled slightly, feeling a warmth spread through her. Maybe, just maybe, this was the beginning of something new. Section 5 walls, built by past heartache. Ava had been hurt before, her heart broken by a love that had promised forever but delivered only pain. She had vowed never to let anyone get close enough to hurt her again, but Ethan, with his kind eyes and gentle touch, was slowly chipping away at the walls she had so carefully erected. "Ava," she finally replied, her voice barely audible above the city's din. "My name is Ava." Ethan smiled, a slow, genuine smile that reached his eyes. "It's nice to meet you, Ava," he said, repeating her name as if committing it to memory. "I'm Ethan." Section 7, a moment of clarity. As she looked at Ethan, his face etched with hope and a touch of vulnerability, Ava realized something. Life was too short to let fear dictate her choices. She had built walls around her heart, but in doing so, she had also walled herself off from the possibility of happiness. Taking a deep breath, Ava made a decision. She would take a chance, a leap of faith into the unknown. "Yes," she said, her voice stronger now, more certain. "I'd like that."
A slow smile spread across Ethan's face, erasing the worry lines that had formed around his eyes.
Relief washed over him, so palpable that Ava could almost touch it. "Tomorrow night," he said, his voice filled with an excitement that mirrored her own. "Same time, same place."
Ava nodded, a smile blooming on her lips. "I wouldn't miss it for the world." And with that they parted ways, the city's symphony fading into the background as their hearts beat in unison.
The next day seemed to stretch on forever. Every tick of the clock was an agonizing reminder of the hours separating Ava from her rendezvous with Ethan. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the city, Ava found herself drawn back to the place where their paths had first crossed. She arrived early, her heart pounding with a mixture of anticipation and nervous excitement. As she waited, the memory of their first encounter played in her mind. each detail etched into her memory. Just when she began to doubt her decision, a familiar figure emerged from the crowd.
Ethan's face broke into a wide grin when he saw her, his eyes reflecting the city lights. He crossed the street, this time with purpose, and stopped in front of her. "You came," he said, his voice filled with relief and something deeper, something that sent shivers down Ava's spine.
"I told you I would," Ava replied, her heart soaring. And in that moment, as they stood together under the city lights, their hands brushing, a love story began. The future was uncertain, a tapestry of unknowns waiting to be woven. But one thing was clear. They had found something rare and precious in each other, a connection that transcended words and defied logic.
Years later, long after their chance encounter under the city lights, Ava found a crumpled note tucked away in an old book. Ethan's familiar handwriting brought a wave of emotion washing over her. "The moment I saw you, I knew," it read. "You were it for me, you are it for me, always." A single tear traced a path down Ava's cheek, a testament to a love that had only grown stronger with time. Their love story, born amidst the chaos of the city, was a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary connections are found in the most unexpected of places.